Welcome to Nerdindex. Today we're going to look at what anime are airing this spring season. Based on the trailers, we're going to make a tier list guessing how we might feel about each show before we watch them. In a couple months, when the spring season ends, we will compare this list to our final review tier list to see how accurately we can gauge a show's performance. We've never done this before, so I would guess that it would be close to 80% accuracy because rarely is there a show that completely takes us by surprise, but it might be like 1 or 2 tiers off of our final feelings about it.
I don't know, you got rather tickled by Bon Vampire. So there are some surprises usually in a season.
If you can get past certain things that will be spoken of in the final review for that show, it is really funny. So for the shows continuing into spring that originally started airing in winter, we have The Apothecary Diaries Season 2 Part 2. And considering how I felt about the first season and how I felt about the episodes that have already aired, I know that this is going to be an S tier.
Well, do you need to... unfortunate.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Then we have I left my A-rank party to help my former students reach the dungeon depths. From what I've seen of the magic systems, that part looks interesting, so I think this will just be dependent on the depth of the characters and the flow of any combat, but it's probably a B-tier show. For the returning seasons, we have Our Last Crusade or The Rise of a New World Season 2. I remember this show being good enough not to drop, but I also was not thinking that it was great or anything, and it was like a Romeo-Juliet type of relationship.
I think the combat in the trailer looked really exciting, but we're going to have to see what the story behind it is because I don't remember much from the first season.
Yeah, so maybe this will be a C-tier season. If I can't get back into it when we have to rewatch Season 1, it might just end up being dropped completely. For Fire Force Season 3 Part 1, I'm so glad that we're getting another season to get more answers from the story, and I did enjoy Seasons 1 and 2 a lot, so I would assume that this is going to be an A-tier season. With Windbreaker Season 2, I worry that we might be fighting this new gang the entire time, but if this season still brings the same level of quality as the first, then it's going to be pretty good.
The fighting in Season 1 was good, and the show wasn't bad. I just hope they have a way of expanding on the formula from Season 1 so it doesn't feel like it gets too stale.
So if they can meet these expectations, it'll be an A-tier. Then we have Black Butler, the Emerald Witch arc. I really enjoyed this arc in the manga, so I'm super excited to finally see it animated.
As someone who knows almost nothing about the series, the last season was enjoyable to watch, so I hope we get some more action.
Hopefully this will be an S tier. Then we have Aharan is Indecipherable Season 2. I thought Season 1 was really funny, so I know that the type of comedy that the show brings works for me. And it looks like we'll get some really cute interactions between the main characters again, so probably A tier. For new series, we're starting with Lazarus. It looks like a high-action show with a decent amount of intrigue. It also gives me heist genre vibes. I just worry that it may be trying too hard.
To me, it feels kind of like it looks somewhere between Cowboy Bebop and Great Pretender, so hopefully it'll be fun to watch.
I want this to be an A tier. The Beginning After the End seems to be another reincarnated as a child show, so I worry about how long he's going to be aged down for. I do not normally enjoy shows where the characters are under the age of 15 or so that worries me. The source material has a decent following, so hopefully that means that it has an intriguing story to get past those details.
The magic in the trailer looks really cool, so hopefully it holds up.
I'm just really worried this is going to be C tier, so I'm going to leave it there for now. My Hero Academia Vigilantes seems like this is set as a prequel to the My Hero seasons that we've seen already, and it would be nice to see some quirks being used outside the regulations of having to be licensed and going to the school and following all the rules, so I think this would be an A tier show. For Witch Watch, the trailer made me giggle, and I think it's cool that she's using her magic openly in front of everybody, and I'm intrigued by their relationship with him being her familiar, so I want this one to be an A tier. Then we have Can a Boy and Girl Friendship Hold Up? No, It Can't. I've been following this one since the adaptation announcement, so of course I have high hopes that it'll be a good romance. Hopefully the characters have really good chemistry with each other, and this could be an A-tier show. It's already looking like a lot of high hopes here. After watching the trailer for Kowloon Generic Romance, it left me with more questions than answers, and I'm intrigued to find out what's going on, and the art style is really interesting, but even after watching that trailer and reading the synopsis, I still feel like I have no idea, and I'm going in blind, so it's hard to make assumptions about how I might feel. I could see this being an A tier or a B tier depending on how it's executed.
So where are we leaving it?
Oh...
You have to make a judgment. There's no A-B tier.
There was barely any information. I'm just going to say B for now because I just have absolutely no idea what's going on. From Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman looks like the Osan hero genre mixed with forming a party with your students, and this one will probably be down to characters' personalities and the combat quality again.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to rely a lot on how the characters can hold up to the story.
Right now, it's giving me C tier vibes. Like, it'd be good enough, and I might not be questioning dropping it while I'm watching it, but we'll see. The Brilliant Healer's new life in the shadows. Seems like the cast of characters are interesting, and I like the character designs that they used, and I think that the combat that we saw, for what little we saw, looked good, so this might be a B tier show. Sword of the Demon Hunter looks like a serious, character-driven drama. It'll be interesting to see how they handle the time skips and the demon-human relationships, but there wasn't too much to get excited about from the trailer, so this might be a C tier. The Shiunji family children is somehow giving me quintessential quintuplets vibes, but it's also a little weird that they spent the majority of their lives believing that they were blood relatives and now suddenly they're told that they're not, and so the girls want to have a completely different kind of relationship with him. I don't know how awkward that'll be in reality, but it also has my favorite voice actor in it for the male lead, so I'm going to show up. Probably B tier if it's not too awkward. Moonrise is an original anime, and the only thing I've seen them do for marketing is talking about how Hiromu Arakawa was doing the character designs, and I wish that they would market the story more. But the visuals from the trailer made it look like a really interesting sci-fi experience.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what this one does with its story.
So maybe B tier? Your Forma seems like a cool sci-fi detective show, so as long as the cases are well crafted, I could see this doing well as a story. Somewhere between an A and a B tier, so let's just say B for now. I Am the Evil Lord of an Intergalactic Empire gave space mech vibes and seems like it could be a silly fun time, but probably not something groundbreaking or anything, so probably C tier. Rock is a Lady's Modesty showed us what seems like the characters turning to rock music as a way of releasing the stress of societal expectations that have been placed upon them at their school. Hopefully the music will be good since it's a music-centric show.
This show sounds like a really cool premise, and hopefully can hold up throughout the entirety of a show.
I'll tentatively put it in B for now. Once Upon a Witch's Death looks almost like a cute girls doing cute things anime, just with slightly more serious undertones, and I don't know if there would be enough actual story in it for me, and I worry that I might drop this one, so I'm going to put it in D for now. The Unaware Atelier Meister has the potential to be cute and silly, and one of those kinds of shows where he's so used to being OP or things being OP around him that he doesn't realize that it's not actually average, but it also looks like there might not be a whole lot going on here, and so this would be a show that could easily get dropped, so it's also going in D. The Two Perfect Saint tossed aside by my fiance and sold to another kingdom has really pretty animation in the trailer, but I'm not getting a whole lot out of this in regards to what the story would be that would carry a whole season. There's a large cast of characters and it seems like it might be kind of slow paced, so let's put this in C. The Dinner Table Detective was a show that seemed a little eccentric and over the top, and I'm not exactly sure how much I like the characters, so this seems like it might be a D tier as well. The Gorilla God's Go-To Girl could be a funny reverse harem show, and I'm interested to see how they utilize the Gorilla God's blessings other than potentially just the strength that we saw, but I worry that this is still going to just be a C tier show.
And with that, we have a pretty well-balanced tier list. How'd you do it?
I don't know. I didn't mean to. Oh my goodness. Okay. So after going through everything, it looks like that we're going to be giving 26 shows a try during spring season. The new series that I'm looking forward to the most that I didn't really know about before going through all of this was Witch Watch, because after seeing the trailer, I feel really excited.
For me, it'd probably be Lazarus, although there are a few shows that could end up being better if their execution works out.
Let us know in the comments which show you're looking forward to the most, and if you're having fun, please like and subscribe. I did not do that intentionally. I had no idea.